would be really transcripted vibes as well.
Great, thank you, Chanel. I can't wait to hear it. There are lots of things that you're doing really, really well, and then there are things that I want to just take to elevate you to the next level, okay? So you've done an excellent job preparing the notes and rhythms. Your counting was great. I saw you tapping your foot, which is so important. It's really easy to get lost in this piece, like in the eighth notes, and kind of lose track of where you're at. I think the timing here got a little strange, only because you ran out of air. I think you just didn't take it, I could tell. And so when we're nervous, the first thing that happens is we lose our air support. And so what I make students do, this is gonna sound really silly, but I swear, Mr. Lowe and I have been friends for a long time, he can tell you. I literally make students run a lap around the room and then play for me. Now I know what you're thinking, why would you do that? Well, when you run, you know how like your heart is racing and you're breathing really hard, that kind of simulates being nervous, right? When you're nervous, like you get a little jittery, your heart races. So sometimes doing like a quick sprint and play, you could do this in your house, or around your room when no one's watching, and then play. And what it's doing is kind of training your body. How can I get more air in when I'm nervous? How can I play when I'm more nervous and play at my very best, right? So I used to tell students, like, I want to be able to call you at 3 in the morning and you roll out of bed and play your solo for me perfectly. That's how well I want you to know it, whether you're nervous or tired or whatever. So let's, can you start for me? Start right here, and then I want you to play to here, and I want you to get a much bigger breath in here. That'll also help with the crescendo. That feel a little easier? Yeah. So you just have to make sure you get a big breath in. The second thing, all of these right here, and part of it is, again, the air thing. You're clipping those really short where nothing in this song has staccatos in it. So you want to make sure that you hold out the notes long enough. So if I started here, did you notice how even when I snuck in a breath, like my notes were still long? So you want to make sure all of your notes are still really long, even though because this piece is like, you know, it's very flowy, it's very, this was actually written for violin, not clarinet, because clarinet didn't exist really not till maybe 20 years after he died. So, like there was versions of the clarinet, but not the version we have today, not till later. And so he wrote this for the violin originally, so it's a lot easier for them to do bowings back and forth nice and smooth. We have to work a little bit harder because of the breath support. So you have to kind of imagine that you're being a violinist when you're playing this. The other thing is your high note. So I would recommend for you, because of the level that you're playing at, I think it's time for her to upgrade her mouthpiece. It's gonna make it a lot easier for her to get the high notes to sound in tune and just easier to come out. She's doing a good job. Like this is just gonna elevate, like it's gonna refine the sound quality. So it's kind of like, you know, drinking from a crystal glass versus like a glass from like the Dollar Tree. Both are functional, but one's, you know, obviously a little bit nicer than the other, but it does help with the sound. What I want you to do is say the word T. Now I want you to hiss like a cat when you say that word. Say T. Now I want you to say ta.
Ta.
Do you notice that the back of your tongue goes down when you say ta? Do you notice that it goes up when you say T? Good. When you play high notes, I want you to start lifting your tongue like you're saying the word T. And as you come down, you're gonna say ta. Okay? So start for me like, where's a good spot that you jump up? Oh, cool. Start here, and then when you get to this A, I want you to really lift up your tongue and say T inside your mouth. So start right there. Oh wait, did I put it in the wrong spot? Oh, sorry, here, babe. My fault. Yeah, and so I want you to play, just practice going from A to A. I'm gonna try to smooth that out. Good. I want you to even push up a little bit on your top teeth when you play A's. Try that for me. Well, the higher A. Ready? Didn't that sound way smoother just now? Yeah. Could you hear a difference? Yeah, so that's what we're looking for is how can we make the hard stuff sound easy? That's how you know someone is really good at something, when they can take something really hard and make it look really easy and make it sound really easy, right? Like people who watch like, you know, Gordon Ramsay or other famous chefs and they're like, I can make that, and then they try their house like, yeah, right? Because they make it look so easy. That's our job, is we want it to sound really easy. Does that make sense? Good job. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll put some